All right, welcome back to the Jason Gray Show. Hope you're all doing well today. Let's go over the CPI report. Like and subscribe if you like these videos, by the way. Let's talk about the month-over-month numbers. The headline number came in at 0.37%, and the core number came in at 0.41%. If you look at the right-hand side, you'll see that the year-over-year numbers came down a little bit. Now, the reason why this didn't come down as far as we originally anticipated, and then yesterday we corrected it, said it's going to come in right around these ranges. So Barry Habib and his team at MBS High, we were right on. And all these charts I'm going to show you is based on his company. If you're in the mortgage industry, I highly recommend his services. It's well worth the money, by the way. So this is like the catalyst of us starting things getting better. And I'm going to go over a couple charts and explain to you why mortgage rates are going to get better throughout the year. And through 2023, by the end, I'm hoping that we're into the low 5% range, by the way. So let's go to the next chart. Next chart goes over the consumer price index numbers. And we already went over the top ones over here, but let's talk about the shelter cost. So the shelter cost still came in incredibly high. We always keep on talking about the shelter cost has like a 15 or 18-month leg, and we're there, people. We're really, really close. The next couple months should look fabulous in regards to how the shelter cost comes down, and the CPI reports should look better over the next 2 to 3 months. Let's look at the big one we talked about yesterday, the lodging away from home. Now remember, last month was a big number, and now you see a big negative number. 3.0% went down, which is a big number for us, and that's actually going to start helping these numbers come in. These numbers cannot sustain where they're at because we see the real data, and unfortunately, this is just a lagging piece of the puzzle, and there's so much heavy weight into the CPI report based on housing. But let's look at the used car situation. The year-over-year number was negative 6.6%, but look over the month-over-month number was up 4.4%. I think this is an anomaly, and the reason why that is, if you analyze that over a 12-month period, that's a 50% increase on used car prices. It's not possible. So this number will come down a little bit. So keep that in mind as these reports come up. Okay, there's a lot of weighted issues with this. And if that number was to come down, the numbers would have been way better. So this is the shelter cresting that we've been talking about. And you're going to take a look at the numbers that we're replacing. So let's go to the right-hand side here. And for April was 0.42%. Now look at the previous year, or April was 0.5%. So we're going to start replacing some big numbers for the next 10 months where shelter cost is going to continue to come down. That's going to help the CPI report, which is going to ease everything for us. I'm going to make a prediction here that the Federal Reserve is going to decrease interest rates by 0.25% by September 2023. Mark my words. We'll come back and visit this at a later date. Okay, let's go to the next chart. So we just talked about this on the used cars, how it went up 4.4%. That would annualize over 50%, and that cannot continue. If you were to take that out, the weighted CPI report would have only been 3.25%. That is a huge, huge issue, all right? And then, of course, the reading was up by 0.14%. Without this, the month-over-month would be down to 0.27%, and this is getting closer and closer to that 2% target that the Federal Reserve is looking for. So those are some of the charts. Going forward, tomorrow we have the PPI report, which should be a interesting report. This is the Producer Price Index. The one that we got today was the CPI, which is the Consumer Price Index report. So numbers should be looking pretty good. The stock market is pretty stable today. I'm thinking here probably that June, July timeline is when we're going to start seeing this catalyst really, really push. And this May 10th and 11th date that we talked about, this today and tomorrow, is that push to get us going. So we're going to slowly but surely see some improvements. Now, on mortgage rates today, we saw about a 1/8 better improvement on mortgage rates, which doesn't seem like a lot. But over time, just think about this, a little eighth here, a little quarter there, another little eighth here, and we slowly but surely start getting down there towards the end of the year. If you like this content, please like and subscribe. Feel free to leave your comments below. I reply to all comments. Thank you. Have a great day. I'll talk to you soon. Bye-bye.